We know the fashion industry is, very few African Americans in the industry who have their own line. There are people who work on the back ends. Very few African Americans who have their own line, like Damon John. And then there's a new brand. I mean, obviously we're open right now, so people are coming in and out. What's going on, man? Welcome to the Black Owned Store. But yeah, I mean, we wanted to reach those people of color, but all people, because Black owned is a state of mind, not a color line.
Right.
I mean, we're smart enough to know that we were gonna, be heavily influencing a certain group of people, but we also knew that with the concept we were gonna reach, a lot of different people. So
right. Yeah. So
we didn't have a formula to do this. We just decided that we were going to do it. So that's really half the mark right there, is just making that decision that I'm going to do it. And that's how we got these people on board, because we believe in our brand.
And I'm sure you got ups and downs too.
Yeah, obviously.
You got to start out small. Like, I know you guys didn't start off with a store, right?
Right, exactly.
One product and then go from there.
We were selling shirts out of our trunk for 3 years before we got this store. So I mean, myself and Mert, my business partner, we put loaded shirts up in the trunk and hit the city. So it wasn't always this Black owned store here, you know what I mean? People who didn't know our brand before now, they may ride by here and say, oh, this is a nice place, they started out really well, but they don't know the history. Knowing that before we got to this point, we were selling shirts out of Hondas. So, I mean, what you're saying is right, and we do get a lot of support from different artists because we've worked for that. It's been 3 years of grinding and reaching out to people and being rejected, and reaching out to people again and being rejected. And eventually you break through, you know what I mean? And then when you got something as strong as the statement that we have, it is what it is. It's Black owned. So it's right at you. You get some stars who want to make a statement because their music may not be making that statement, but fashion will allow them to make that. So that's what it's about.
So what would you say to the people who want to be, not only someone that wants to own like their own line, their own clothing line, but business owners? What can you say to those people that that are really driving? Because a lot of people, they have an idea, but they just kind of procrastinate and they don't follow up on it. So
I tell you what, everybody's not meant to be CEO or business owner. And I'm not saying that to shoot anybody down, but I think that needs to be said, because everybody, the world is built on systems. You have employees, you have managers, you have creators and CEOs, and everybody, you see somebody doing something and you may think, oh, I want to do exactly that, but you have to find as a person what's for you, what God really has for you. You know what I mean? So once you find what they call your marketplace assignment,
mentality,
your assignment.
Shout out to Bishop.
Yeah, it's easier to accomplish what it is that you're doing. So I would say to those people who want to, go out there and start something, figure out what you're actually good at. You know what I mean? What you're actually passionate about, because it's easy to get pulled in by what you see other people being successful at. So you may see someone selling clothes and you say, oh, I want to sell clothes. And that don't work out. You see the next guy selling shoes, you say, oh, I want to sell shoes. You know what I mean? So I think it's important to find out what you're good at first.
Find what you're passionate about too. It's not about the money necessarily. It's about being passionate. I try to tell people all the time. So I angle it that way. Like, you got to be passionate about doing it. Never just getting into it for the money. Because if you go for the money, you're not going to be as passionate about doing it. It's not going to be a business to you. It's going to be a job. You're going to be an employee of your own business.
Exactly.
So that's what I personally try to do. I try to get people to really see that, implement that mentality.
Right.
So
exactly. I mean, you got it. You know what I mean? But if you want to start a business, I think, like I said, finding something that you're passionate about, what you said, and then 2, believe in it, even when it's downtime.
Like, so you've been rejected.
And then 3, I would just say, never give up. Keep at it. I mean, the biggest thing small businesses run into is finances, and that can be the one thing that it can
slow down.
Yeah, it'll be that thing that slow you down, but it can also be that thing. I guess what I'm trying to say is that get people to quit because not having finances, it just brings you to that point where you know where to turn to, and we've been in that position. So I think once you can't find finances, you get smart with the world, and learn how to use other people's money, and then use your social media because the world has become smaller because of social media. So it's just if you want to do something, my biggest thing, people ask us all the time, how are y'all doing it? And I just said, well, just do it. We don't necessarily have a formula, but I think Nike nailed it when they said just do it. And they mean, just get up and go, but we mean just do it.